Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of War for the Overlord with me, Scruffy Joe. Today we are going to finish the mission of rescuing Raskos, who is in a bit of a sticky predicament over in his lair. Let's just let Daddy Pig explain that.
Raskos is all but defeated, for the Empire have made use of a rare artifact that limits his considerable powers. They stand to launch an assault upon his final dungeon core. Defend him with all your might, and paint his realm red with the broken bodies of these impetuous scum.
Fair enough. As you can see, 35 minutes is the target time. From my history of playing this game, that means this level is probably going to take around about an hour to complete. Converting 50 Empire things is something I didn't do last time. I'm going to give that a bit of a stab this go, and we'll see how it goes. Of all of the levels of this, the game, or the vanilla campaign of this game, because there are a couple of other campaigns, this level is probably the hardest one, and it took me around about 5 or 6 attempts the first time I played it, just because I could not deal with this constant wave after wave of attacking people who you're going to get. What I realised eventually is that they don't last forever. They only attack for about half an hour, and after that point they're done, and you've finished, and you can kind of get on with whatever you want to do. Anyway, there are a couple of things that are very important. This is extremely important for 2 reasons. One, it gives you creatures which are super hard, and 2, you put a little 3x3 room directly behind where you've erected some defences. It makes those defences better by a massive amount. I didn't really realise the first time I played this a couple of times how much of a change it makes, but it is vast. So you've really got to remember to do that. The other thing that you really need to remember is to build all of the rooms that you need, not just some of them. 4x4 that was.
All of my power.
So we need, first off, let's just get rid of all of this kind of weirdness. We don't need that. We can turn that into some bedroom. Let's do the normal thing of creating some extra imps, because we want this to go quickly. That's probably too many. Don't need you.
Halt your blabbering, you old woman!
Yeah, you blabbering old woman. What's this telling me to do? This is telling me to unlock an arena.
This room will attract the Beast Master.
That's just fair enough. We will do that. We need
if
that.
If you beasts within your dungeon, he will bring them to this room and train them with the supervision of his whip, and grant them battle experience without the normal threat of death they carry into war.
Quite that much. So yeah, here we are going to build a little room of cultists.
With all its might. Prepare your defences swiftly, Underlord.
So,
how curious the thread of your fate has led you here. Come, Underlord, bear witness to
just going to reveal a bit of map, because there's a bit of wandering around. There we go, that'll do. That's not.
Is it still necessary for you to use those weak vessels to speak to me?
Just going to make a little room here and stick a sanctuary in it. There's one thing that you need to do in a sanctuary on this particular level, and that is create a specific spell which is currently not available, but we'll get it through sins in a little while. Don't worry about that. Let's get a training room. Let's make our training room slightly longer than the normal size training room. Yeah, what did I say? I said sanctuary. 3x5, very small sanctuary, but it does work.
Has entered your dungeon.
Stop working on walls, that's not cool. Okay. Okay. Beasts. Some beasts.
A Skarg has entered your dungeon.
Let's just reveal a bit more of the map so we can see where the gaps are. There's a nice big clump of space actually. And they finished that, so let's just build some quickly bedrooms. Have people sleeping there. We're gonna have some extra space for gold.
How kind of you to offer yourself up for my revenge.
Some more people sleeping there. A bit more room for extra gold there. That's
You'll
good.
soon join your brothers, dwarf. But they've all
A little
fallen
bit
to my
of
underlord's
anti-dwarf
hand.
racism going on. I'm not really sure how I feel about that.
Some axe eager
Not
talent.
well known for my tolerance of racists, even if they are only about fictional dwarves. Training room. Bom, bom, bom. Slightly unusual and unfortunate edges here, but that's okay. We can make use of all of that space at some point.
I never get hungry in here for some reason.
5 by 5. Starting to sound like the pilot from the film Aliens. 5 by 5.
A Narling has entered your dungeon.
Not sure what we're going to put in these rooms, but we are going to need them, so let's just get them done. And let's just widen that out a
You've
bit as well.
identified an artifact.
What artifact did you find? Sin. I'll have
Artifact
that.
activated.
We want better beasts, and we want that.
Gold
Okay, I
vortex
just selected the
unlocked.
device which gives you... You're going the wrong way.
A shadow has entered your dungeon.
The device which allows you
You've discovered a
to
gold shrine.
make a little gold vortex, which I want for this particular thing right here. And you'll see how they work in just a moment. Don't
You've
really
claimed a
want a
gold
way out
shrine.
like that. It'll be okay. It'll have to be okay. Right, so what have we got? We've got cultists, we've got fighters, we have a nice big size room here, which maybe can be a prison. So if that's going to be a prison, let's build a torture chamber.
Gold vortex complete.
And if that's going to be where the torture chamber is, then let's just do that so I don't forget that that's where my prison's going to be. And then we need some cash. So this is a gold vortex. They will now mine this, and instead of running all the way back and dumping the gold manually in the big gold supply room, they will just throw it straight in the gold vortex, and that's that. Done. Job done. Now there's another gold vortex somewhere over here. I think he's heading in the right direction. Or is
You've
he? No, there he
discovered
is.
a gold shrine.
Kind of would like some people to go and sort that out, please. So those guys are now mining their furious little hearts out. And we can actually speed things up even more by putting one there and one there, so that way this guy can go there, this guy can go there, they can go there. You get the idea. That's just going to really ramp up the speed at which you get your money in.
Gold vortex complete.
So we've got pigs, we need a pub. Let's put the pub over there. We've got enough money for a pub. We need an arena. Which won't quite fit there, but we'll try. Terrible drawing! And since this guy's coming back this way anyway, we might as well let them dig that out.
An oculus has entered your dungeon.
Okay, how are we doing for people? Getting there, fine. Could do with some of the big
You've
fellas.
identified an artifact of alchemy.
Big fellas.
You've claimed a gold shrine.
What other buildings do I need? I need, so going to put an arena over here.
An augur has entered your dungeon. The
Augurs
is a master of metallurgy, and so obsessed with
Probably would have been called ogres
build
if it
into
weren't
their
for the
own
fact that there's
bodies,
probably
weapons
copyright
and
infringement. But
armor
let's not
from the
worry about
metal
copyright
bits.
infringement. When's that ever stopped anyone having any fun?
battle. The ogre will smash the front.
Ba ba ba. You said a 5x5 room there. I'm not sure what I need that for. Those guys are helpful. We could do with some of those.
A Bafu has entered your dungeon.
Did I accidentally click on that and stop them working? What's going on? Did I make them all run over here with this flag? Probably. You can do that as well.
Payday has come again.
Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to get troops coming out of these doors, which you can't see, but trust me, they're about here. And these doors, again, which you can't see. They're going to wander down here, and as these things fill it in, it's going to look kind of like a scary rabbit. But we need to build a bunch of defences in exactly the right place, otherwise it's not going to work. And I will show you where those places are, and that way you won't have to try this level 16 times. That's an exaggeration. I didn't have to try it 16 times, but I did, and you can check with my wife on this. I did get really, really annoyed and ended up swearing at it quite a lot because it did not, I mean, it wasn't easy. Without having some sort of guidance, it was a right pain in the arse.
One of your creatures is thinking about moving back in with his parents.
And that's why I love this game. Because you get this random man just shouting nonsense at you. It's fantastic. Got some money? Got some money? Yes, good. Got some money. Right, let's get some potion dudes in.
Replacement Earth complete.
Probably going to need some more place for people to sleep, which can really be anywhere. Oh, we were going to make a bigger beast den. There we go. Places for people to sleep.
A crackpot has entered your dungeon.
Yay, we've got crackpots. Excellent. So, an arena, so we can get some Beastmasters on the go. Sorted. Okay, that's everything. Is that everything? Obviously we need to biggen, if that's a word. Is that a word? And then we need some cash to make the prison proper. But effectively, that's it. Now, we're gonna wait for a bit. Go claim land. Because there's a bit of stuff that we're going to have to dig out. And I need to remember exactly where that is. And I need to do it fairly fast.
Has entered your dungeon.
There's the
Blood
fortify
money
spell. That's the one that we
unlocked.
really need. Frostweavers are handy.
Unlocked.
Let's get that.
Enrage unlocked. Frostweaver
get all of it.
unlocked. Annex unlocked.
Okay, so they've done all the research, but basically what that means is that these guys won't have to do research anymore and can now leave and go and check out over here, which is what most of them seem to be doing anyway. The other thing we want to do is research fortify in here, because actually I can get an extra bit, because once you press the fortify button it will fortify all of these tiles, which is what currently all of my imps are doing, which is why they're not exploring properly. And that is a right pain.
Fortify ready.
Done.
Fortify activated.
So that's just now gonna, you can watch it happening. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Everything, everything, everything. It'll get there. Cool. Bet there's a thing here. I was right. Okay. Do 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 do. Now I need to just make a couple of alterations to the pathing, and then I need to dig out this room like that. And I think I probably need to get rid of those.
Replacement Earth complete.
And kind of do a little bit of a replacement job. See, that one's alright. Yeah, that's what we want. Actually, that's quite nice.
They're about to unleash their attack.
Death approaches.
Oh dear.
But only one of us will
I might have done this way too slowly.
Raskos is clearly losing himself to fear. An incontinent underlord. Who'd have thought? They will soon arrive. Prepare yourself.
I am preparing myself. That's literally what I'm doing right now. This is me
You've identified
preparing
an artifact
myself.
of assembly.
Okay, so let's just go for it. We are going to need a pair of blade lotuses and a pair of blade lotuses. Then we are going to need one of these bad boys. Just slow everyone down. We're going to need a bunch of missile things. Probably something along those lines. And then we are going to need this. And possibly this. That's one. Now, is there a... No, we don't have a way of speeding that thing up. I think that's a problem. I think we're going to turn off one of these gold things for a minute just to free up some imps, because I've got so much money. It's not actually a big deal. Come on, come on. And then once again we are going to need, let's just slightly alter the terrain, I think. Let's do that. Then we are going to need a pair of blade lotuses, a freezy thing, and a bunch of cannons. Probably another one. Why not?
Blade Lotus complete.
Now, somewhere, I'm sure there was an artifact of construction somewhere. Alchemy, assembly,
You've
perfect.
identified an artifact of workers.
Which does this.
Your defenses are being assembled.
So let's just also fill in that, and we can have them do a bit more fortifying as well. So hopefully,
Replacement Earth complete.
hopefully that will now give me the survivability I need so that when these waves come, they are just going to literally
Bombard complete.
crash against my my forces and die.
Fortify ready.
I think I'm just going to quickly do a bit of this as well, just to oops, Not there, Joe, not there. Just to encourage them to come the right direction.